friends, it's Lionheart here, and I am bringing you the group stage cast that GhostArya, my lovely wife, and I did over the past weekend. As you will probably know, all of the players are now set for Gwent World Masters. The final 8 are in, but maybe you missed how they got there. Well, Arya and I cast 4 series over the course of the weekend, and I'm uploading them all today so you can catch up and perhaps get ready to see who you think is going to take the whole thing home. This series that you're about to see is Puzzle.Express versus InNomineSatanas. 2 fantastic players and a brilliant series. The final game is crazy, by the way. We did have some technical issues at the very beginning of this cast, meaning all of our talking about the decks has been cut off. So I will pop them up each for about 15 seconds to give you a chance to look at them before we dive in. Links to all of the players' deck lists are in the description of this video as well. If you love to see Gwent casting, please give this video a like, drop a comment and tell me who you think is taking the entire tournament next weekend. Oh, and by the way, I can now finally announce that Arya and I will be casting Gwent World Masters, and the casters will be live in Warsaw as well. So if you are going to the community watch party, please come and say hello, because it will be so great to sign official Gwent esports off in style, in person, with the community there. Without any further ado, let's go to those decks. Let's go. But here we go.
Maybe.
Fingers crossed.
The tension in my face is just me trying to, like, think the internet, like, do we have any sound? Oh, it doesn't sound it, darling. Nope.
Here we go. The sound is in, the sound is on, and InNomine now has got us ready to go.
The sound is...
Okay, the sound isn't coming through for you since we restarted it, so let's fix that too. Have you got it now? There we go. Okay, first try. You have game sound. You have us. Game 1 is... You've just muted it, my love.
Did I again?
Yeah. So, game 1 now is InNomine with that Scoia'tael list, trying to get it through as quickly as possible against the smorky nature of this Skellige deck. Has found exactly what he's looking for there in the Saskia to start with. Just showing us what's currently in the deck. As Disco Pony comes, drops down, and there goes the Fukusha. That is absolutely huge to this strategy.
Huge, yeah.
It's absolutely massive to the strategy here, as we see. That is a lot of buff every single
quickly,
turn.
Yeah.
And no direct removal for it either. A lock is an option here, of course, though, for Puzzle.Express.
Yeah, and that comes down very quickly as well, which makes sense.
Yeah.
You really don't want Dana around long. But InNomine is like, oh, a nice lock you've got there.
Mm-hmm. I see a Purify. Now, if you're facing a Dana, there was a period of time where this list was the meta of Gwent. I'm sure you all remember it. And one of those times where you had to make a decision. You either had to handle her quickly, or leave after 3 cards, or play the whole round to remove all of that carryover.
Yeah.
As the ability to remove it's gone, I'm curious to see which way Puzzle goes with this, because round control for them is pretty important.
Definitely. So, equally, looking at Puzzle.Express hand, they don't mind playing, because this is the Corruptive Flaminica deck, so the more beasts you have in your graveyard, the better. So playing the entire round 1 could be good here.
Yeah.
And could be a way how to remove all the carryover you can, or all the boosts from Dana, right?
For InNomine on the other side, multiple cards here you absolutely don't want to commit in this round. The Scenario, Charixis, both cards you're particularly keen to not lose, usually. Whereas on the other side, as you say, Puzzle happy to keep this going, but there is so much carryover being developed turn after turn here. Puzzle, having dropped Care Trolled, is saying to me, I'm in this, okay? I'm ready to go. The hand doesn't look great, if I'm being honest, and the ability to create damage is going to be a problem for Puzzle.
Problematic.
Because I think his 4-power beasts are also an issue,
Yeah.
and that's really nice. He has paired that up. It's the option he absolutely had to take here. Has to get rid of that. Great job in doing so, because now he stands a chance of getting value in this round.
But, okay, one thing I'm curious about, maybe you help me solve this. Why is, usually you see Saskia down and about, the first card. Why is Saskia still in hand here?
So Saskia wins you around. That's the way it used to be. She
Yep.
thins the deck very nicely. Well, there's a good chance that you're going to want her in round 1 typically. But if you play her with the Dana, she's reducing your buff constantly, because Dana only buffs cards of types you don't have on the board.
Yep.
So playing her with that kind of gives you diminishing returns of that.
Yeah, it
As
makes
instead,
sense.
InNomine's looking at this and thinking, I got 3 full turns out of this. Actually, I'm going to put myself in a spot where I either win the round or I get a decent pass.
Yep.
Maybe I can even drop her as a threat. But typically, you really want to save her. You don't usually want...
Which is different compared to how
there it is.
Saskia used to be played as the very first card ever. Right?
Yes, yeah, very much so. It was...
But this is more Relics, Dana, Harmony, and a
And
little
it-
different twist on Harmony than we used to know.
Yeah, and you've got both openings are definitely possible. Both are definitely possible. Oh, and that Knickers jump out, perfect there as well. Good thinning for Puzzle.Express. When you looked at the beginning of this round, you might have thought to yourself, this is not winnable for Puzzle.
Yeah.
Had to commit Care Troll to make it feasible, but it was absolutely worth doing and has now drawn very, very well. But knowing that they need to bleed here, typically, the number of points, it's going to be can Sove carry effectively.
Okay, so let's see. We have the Flaminica, but we need to remember Fukusha's gone as well, right?
Yes, that's right. There's no double Flaminica now because she has been removed. The absolute best target, gone. Sove is the next one on the list, of course. It's one of the 2 you're aiming for, and that's why Puzzle.Express took their mulligans early, knowing what they were facing. Not surprised at all to see Puzzle start playing here, and I expect there she is.
There she is.
Yeah.
So now, the only thing is that, because I'm always worried with Saskia that she doesn't have any more targets in the deck. We obviously can't check here what's left there.
There are at least 3 available right
Yeah.
now, I believe.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a Dryad because you're going to have to play one, typically.
Makes sense.
So that's unlikely to jump out, but I do believe there are a couple of other options still in the deck for that.
And do you think the scenario is here for now, or ideally kept for later? For like short round 3 almost?
It can be amazing in the short round 3. InNomine doesn't just want to drop the scenario because they're acutely aware that Puzzle runs multiple ways to resolve that scenario.
And we can see that in their hand right now.
But the value in a short round of getting rid of it isn't as high as the value as it would be in a long round because you're effectively heat waving for 0 tempo. You know you have to in a long round because of the value of it, but in a short round you're just leaving a 10-point card on the board and heat waving a forest effectively, right? So that's where the challenge lies.
Hey. And meanwhile, Puzzle.Express is just trying to get good cards out of InNomine, I assume.
Yeah, Puzzle needs to see a good value bleed here, but on top of that, really wants to thin and get as much bloodthirst on the board as possible to make this Sove worth having, effectively.
Yeah.
Is the best way I can put it.
But there are not that many targets right now on the other side.
No, and this is a really interesting choice for InNomine. Does decide to go with the offensive poison instead, as we see a nice chameleon jump out here. It's really useful for carryover, even if it ends up trading down on the board a lot of the time.
Definitely.
It won't here, it'll trade even, and then up. But a great little pull. It is there as a beast, and it's one of the things that, because you never really have a beast on board, and its deploy is what changes it, it usually frees itself up to even pull both in this round 2, which can be really helpful. Puzzle. Okay.
It's creating more bloodthirst, which makes sense.
Now he's gonna have 5 here, and the 6, if he tries to pull. Okay.
Oh no.
Normally, like the Kelpie isn't gonna be the option here at all, right?
Yeah.
That's definitely not gonna be an option here. And thank you, Doomius. It's reverse camera issues. There we go.
There we go. Much better.
Has decided, yeah, just going for the value. Sove is a lot of points to be ahead by, in theory. 19 points up right now, but also just a solitary turn away from no rain and those fish jumping away.
Also, a turn away from not really wanting to play any of these cards you currently have. The Treant could be an option.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you don't really want to commit the rest, right?
Not if you can help it, but nor does Puzzle. Puzzle knows this is the pass. Because Puzzle knows with those fish jumping back, it's absolutely terrible for them in terms of tempo.
The fish belong into the graveyard now. That's where they're supposed to be for Flaminica.
Yeah.
Like we said, this is not a rain deck, so they don't really want to cycle through them.
No.
They just want to let thin them and then leave them.
Now, the question here is, which one do you value less? And I agree it is the bird. Even though there's a bit more carryover from that there, as we now see, it'll pass back. The fish jump in, and another bit of thinning as well.
Okay.
This, both players with phenomenal hands for the short round, but Puzzle with the round control crucially. Kept the round length longer, which they'll be happy with at 6 cards, because a 3-card round against this with no Sove and no Fukusha could be terrifying.
Let's see what we have there. So
Verification. That's huge. Because now you can use that on the scenario and keep the heat wave for tallest unit.
For tallest unit, yeah. So we have enough harmony as InNomine, right?
Yeah.
But I can't really see many relics that be useful with the boss.
It's the leader ability for the instant slam. Because typically, there's so much removal here. Charixis has to leader straight away, simply because you're expecting the heat wave to come straight down on the Charixis probably now, if there isn't any other removal. Those are not great choices, though. They are not slowing down, huh?
No, we're just like thinking, we're just wondering about Gwent. And meanwhile, Puzzle.Express and InNomine are like, well, I have a lunch at 2.
Yeah, they're like, I heard your internet was a problem. And because of the list being open deck list as well, there aren't really any relics to threaten right now. And as a result, he's just holding on to this poison. He's never going to get the value for that. And he's got no movement either. So I don't expect this to be used in any way other than damage and playing it front. I would expect as a result to see the tree next, if I'm being honest, at the front.
Makes sense.
That likely takes the heat wave here, as it's the most points on board as it stands.
If the order is being used, yeah, definitely.
And then, those fish.
Can Flaminica be enough?
Flaminica's going to be a lot of points here, but I don't know. It's going to be close, because there's not a lot of points. This is literally a 6, 7, 8, 9 point play. It is going to be close, but I don't think Flaminica makes it. And she make 30.
No, I don't think she can make it, sadly. We can't see the graveyard, and she wasn't close.
Wow.
That was speedy.
InNomine has just pulled through the list that I was worried about them getting through.
Well, yep. That just means we didn't see any more Square Tail today.
No, there's another Square Tail.
True, yeah,
there's loads of Square Tail this tournament.
But there's dwarves. They're not as pretty as Harmony cards.
Well, it's still... That is 1-0 right now for InNomine, and I think you'll be feeling very happy at getting that list through in that fashion. Both drew reasonably well, but the amount of carryover that they could develop in that first round gave them the ability to hold off.
Indeed.
Keep that scenario. Great draws from Puzzle. I can't really point to that as a problematic situation, but... The Disco Pony, Haraquax getting rid of Fukusha.
Was crucial.
It's huge.
Yeah. So let's go into game 2 very quickly,
I don't think they're waiting around here. So now the coin flips. It is now going to be Puzzle on blue coin instead here. So they're going to switch round. InNomine now goes to red. you can watch the coins spin with us as Puzzle.Express here, I think likely is going to go into Nilfgaard.
Okay, yeah.
Personally.
Well, we'll find
but
out
we will
pretty
find.
soon.
Yeah, we don't need to mess around. We can just go straight in. They don't give us time to guess here.
No.
They are clearly in
The snow
for
calamity
speed.
is everywhere, and they're just like, look, I don't know how long my internet will hold. Let's
Yeah.
go.
And this
we
doesn't
indeed
surprise me.
have the Nilfgaard.
Against Syndicate. Now, I really wanted to see this list because the off-the-books version, for me, feels even harder to pilot, and I don't feel you get 2 more coins, but 2 less versatility, almost, is the way I'll put it. So it feels much harder to pilot for me, and it's already a tough to pilot list. We can see what's in the decks there, and they are not... Okay, this is going to be less of a play-by-play and more of a structured, here's the strategy lines, because we don't have time to even blink.
Each time something's happening on the screen, by the time my internet loads it, it's gone.
Yeah. Okay. Turn 1.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Open sesame,
yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, so haven't even had a chance to look at the hands yet.
Thank you, we know that's in the graveyard.
Yeah, it's not anymore.
And it's not anymore. Goodbye.
And honestly, the value of a squirrel on that is, it can't be underestimated, okay?
Yeah.
The amount of power that gets rid of is crazy for a Vice deck. As we also see here,
But
and look
and
at
that's so good. Like, I know that I was hoping that would bring like Passiflora Horde decks back. It didn't, but I'm still happy to at least see the engines around.
Yeah.
Because it's a great value card, honestly.
and it actually ended up being triple thin, triple engine in
Yeah.
that instance, because of course with King of Beggars, you get all the coins back as well. It is quite a monstrous little combo, honestly. There's so much power in that, as we now see Nilfgaard making more locks and dealing with those engines one by one. The coin generation, I think that's fair.
You know, Nilfgaard being Nilfgaard, that's fine.
That does check out, and it's a big piece to play because it does give you a little bit of information on your hand. But locks are always going to be valuable here, and coin generation is an important place to use them. And now has not managed to find another. Instead goes to the eavesdrop for a little shuffle.
Okay. Oh, nice find.
Into Acherontia, okay.
Would you kick the other Shady Vendor maybe, or one of the poisons?
Probably the poisons. The
Yeah.
vendors are your best chance now of open sesameing. Open sesameing? That's
Yes.
technically right.
Yeah. Opening Sesame.
No, open
Opening
sesame. Yeah. Okay. And InNominate here, kind of foot on the gas in the sense of wants to make sure
Yep.
they win this round, but potentially as well from this position, looking to win it on even to really hammer this Nilfgaard deck, 'cause it can be super awkward. Using up that lock on the spender in this round could result in that, but equally could hurt you later, as morale drops down. No huge targets,
No.
but got to demand an answer here. Are you going to give that answer because it's Vilgefortz or Heatwave? If so.
Or another slave driver lock? No, slave driver.
Slave driver into, yeah, that is the other option here.
Yeah.
And one I wouldn't be surprised at. Curiously here, obviously the nerf to Vilgefortz meaning that you can't pull out something super powerful like an Ixora anymore, and instead says, you know what, it's not worth the value, and I don't believe you're going to pass here. InNominate not believing it,
Oh, nice.
and the engine goes. No spender again.
But how is Puzzle catching up now? Because Vilgefortz into the Peaches is one option.
Yeah.
That will probably... You don't know what it brings, but...
You know it's a bronze, and that's the worst possible pull.
Because that is a great spender right there for InNominate. They're like, oh my god, thank you so much.
Yeah, rubbing his hands together. It's a double-edged sword. This list does not run much in the way of spenders created, as weird as that sounds. But for Puzzle, he can't heatwave that really, because then he can never touch the candle, and he really wants to be able to resolve that candle. So it's now a choice for InNominate. He's already spent. He's never dropping that Acherontia here, surely.
But you could drop the candle and just go for 2-0 then. Like,
It's risky, but it might be the line.
It's risky, yeah.
It's because you need that on the board to make sure your Vice works, and that's what we're going to see here. That's going to be interesting because it's bound. Are you going to heat wave it now, or are you going to try and get ahead as Puzzle.Express here? Tries to get ahead and is playing for value. Of course, it may be a location, but it's also a tactic.
We haven't played many cards, so
And here she comes. Surely, we played a lot of cards.
True. Oh, because it's this round.
This round, that's
not
right.
This turn.
No.
Because in my head it was this turn. I was like, okay, 4 or 5 points, you know. Like,
Yeah.
it's this round.
Now he's forced the pass from Innomine with no graveyard setup here at all, and Candle on board into round 2.
But
There is a
definitely
possibility of a pass here, potentially. This is going masterfully for Puzzle so far.
Hey. Novigrad, another great location for Innomine.
It's so much value.
Yeah. Open Sesame here is back, so that's good.
Yeah.
And what is Puzzle getting here? Okay.
Probably chooses not to, actually, with this hand. Yeah, plays both of these out. An engine and an engine into a brick, though.
Okay.
No coins of your own.
So are we getting... That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then we're playing... It's the flanking unit putting something on top.
It is, that's right. And once it hits the top, it will boost, of course, as well.
We don't know what it was. We don't know what was chosen, but that's fine. And we spent some leader.
Protecting all of the engines.
Makes sense.
Very nice here. And now, the protection there kind of trademarks the other slave driver in hand. Not really surprised from Innomine just dropping down the value of Novigrad. Are we going to see another engine? Yes. Yet again for the bonded.
Seductress, yeah. Which then works really well for Puzzle.Express. Innomine, no point.
Not yet, but Syndicate has a pocket full of change. It needs to find a spender. A pocket full of... Indeed. Has to get that spender on the board now, though. Unless you're going to Acherontia. No, we're going for the Eventide Plunder. Not the choices you're looking for here.
But yeah, true, because the middle one only lets you spend once a turn, right?
He has chosen it, though.
Yeah.
Because he's got the Candle available as a spender, he's saying, I'm going to take the most value, that little bit of ship carryover, and here it comes. There she is.
Ooh, let's go. And we're taking Novigrad, which makes sense.
I get it.
It creates the coins, and then, you know, it's like an instant Syndicate card. You know? Now I'm Syndicate.
Pretty much. We have Novigrad and Novigrad, and this board, my lord, if it isn't Novigrad. Innomine needs to spend.
By any chance?
It feels like it, honestly, but not by night. You understand? We aren't there yet. It's night here. It's not night there.
Okay.
It's an interesting spot. The brick for Puzzle.Express is sad for them, for sure. Puts them in a bit of an awkward space where they can't push for the 2-0 as they'd like. Has got enough range for them hopefully be able to get out of this without losing the card, but they would have been very, very keen here to see that Acherontia or the Ixora. Short round with this much potential carryover is scary for them.
Indeed.
It is scary.
So, there we go.
There's
Makes
the thinning
sense.
for the other
nice
spender
as well. But
maximum coins in the pocket.
Points in the pocket, but more points on the board.
No, now is the heat wave gonna happen? And it does. Okay.
Yep.
Big heat wave moment. Yeah, another spender coming out here.
Whichever, I would probably go for the damage here. Could be interesting.
Yeah, I don't hate the dwarf, but he doesn't spawn coins for you.
No,
and I think
they do.
Yeah.
So they have profit. So that's just more points long term. Makes sense.
Does.
Nausicaa is big though.
Yeah, Nausicaa. Your opponent has.
This is the last card that Puzzle really can play.
Yeah.
But my big issue.
Is he gonna full leader?
Probably.
I think he. Is he putting himself? Yeah, he doesn't.
Novigrad was heated, and
you've got to Acherontia now if you're.
Yeah, you have to do that because you just need points, right?
I think so. I haven't done the maths, admittedly.
But Acherontia is safe now. It can't get removed, which obviously Innomine doesn't know. But Heatwave is gone, right?
It is, and he's not doing that. He's just going to set up. Instead, he's going to play Open Sesame. No, okay, it is Acherontia.
He was setting up to not overspend.
Makes sense.
So, Are we?
Is he going to try and do it in one?
Ooh.
And look, okay, he is, and he's able to, and gets just enough to keep his card, I believe.
Nope, because the
Needs a spend, yeah.
Yeah, that's not great.
Leader charge, and now he is ahead
Yes.
by enough here that he keeps his card, has given the boat to do it, but it's a big, big difference. For Puzzle, says, you know what, okay, no problem.
Wow.
I'll play here. Doubt they use the leader ability. Surely they want to carry that over. No.
No, they keep going.
I stand corrected. Okay.
So Open Sesame is now not doing any work for us, right? If I'm in Nomina.
No, it's coins. On
Yeah.
deploy, it's coins. Not enough. But between that and the leader ability, it might just be, you know.
You think?
You get 5, but it counts as a card played. He has 7 coins, and he can play for even better value with those coins. The leader ability and a single click is enough, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's just weighing up whether the leader ability is worth it. He decides to save the leader instead.
And plays all the way down, which I'm assuming will now be...
Self-poison, I would guess, to take coins.
to take points.
Oh, but that card is only playing as 1 point here.
And it's extra points.
Yeah.
It's extra points in the Seductress. Oh, no.
But it is just enough. It's okay. He's done the maths. He's done the maths. So it's okay. Those dames
Those Seductresses, they were points.
They did so much work here. Oh my word. Wow.
You know that? Yeah, okay. So Ixora, good Peaches, Mascot, Azar.
Okay.
I'm not seeing any spenders or any...
No spenders here,
Makers,
but also no
actually.
point. Honestly, yeah. Ixora at this point is just a 7. There is a spender, but there aren't really any coins. And gets rid of the yen as well. That is not the hand Puzzle will have been looking for, but can still do work. Notice the mulliganed away the yen there on the basis that he can't get through the defender, and it would have been worth 1. Really smart. A lot of players would have, like normal players would not have taken that choice.
Yeah, makes
effectively.
sense.
So very, very nicely done there. Pulls into it again
Makes
what it
sense.
is, but may actually get through it.
Because we're not... Neither of these are really useful, are they?
They aren't, honestly, no.
That's not a great hand.
It is not a great hand here. As Ixora drops down, there still won't be enough coins here to trigger her Vice at any stage.
But it's not like Puzzle really has any points to counter that,
No,
right?
Puzzle does not. And InNomine right now, looking strong here. Yen, just a solitary coin. And right now, it is 2-0.
Speedy.
They are not slowing down either.
Definitely not.
Crikey. Okay, now it's 2-0. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. 2-0 is not the worst position for the player losing.
No, because now you know exactly what the other player is bringing each time and what coin it's going to be.
Completely.
Also, we were casting in Nominate. I checked the viewer count. It was 666. Happening, you know.
Okay, we may be summoning. There may be some sort of exorcism required at some stage after this.
It's not intentional.
Yes, we're not trying it. We're blaming Nomine. They are 2-0 up, but Puzzle right now has all of the information and the control, if that makes sense, because they know the opponent only has 1 deck remaining. InNomine has to play this NR deck, and Puzzle has teched pretty well for this. You'll notice the verifications and the heat waves in every list. Dealing with that can be great. Also, if I'm not mistaken, InNomine has to play twice on blue coin with this list, and its tempo in round 1 can be a little bit awkward without the setup. So Puzzle is not out of this yet. A phenomenal player.
See.
Can they give us the beginnings of a reverse sweep? Or is it going to be the third 3-0 in a row at World Masters?
Unheard of, I think.
It would
honestly.
literally be infinitely unheard of. I've never even seen 2 in a day, I don't think.
Well, here we are.
Here we are
Our
indeed.
players are busy today.
They are indeed. As we can see, the Travelling Priestess in hand for InNomine is already a good start.
Okay, Erland, Temple. Okay, we have it all, it seems.
Yeah, and obviously the leader ability will grab.
Is this one player running a Room Mage as well? I don't think it is.
I don't think so. No,
No,
it hasn't got room
no.
for Room Mage. As we see Temple dropping down early as you like, jocking the square root of 0 people, and the choices here, they're not great.
Okay,
they're pretty
better.
good, honestly.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Let's go. So let's see. It has another 3-0 happen elsewhere. Ooh.
Oh, I might. Oh God, is it really?
I don't know.
I don't know about the other game. And we can see that Kimbolt, Defender, and Veraxis. I like those choices. Not terrible. Of course, makes perfect sense. You always draw that Ansace. One of the things, as I said, this list does really struggle for is tempo in that round one. But, crucially, the combo with Temple allows you to bring the Ansace to give you that bit of reach that you otherwise wouldn't have had. So, as frustrating as it is, it does very well.
Well, and Muta Generator is down as well. And if I was Puzzle, I would have been afraid, honestly.
Now, Puzzle really frustrated in terms of their draws here.
Yeah.
I know this list runs Heatwave. I think it also runs Bearification.
Yeah, we've seen it last
and they've
time.
missed both. It's pretty crucial that he found them. It's why he's running them to try and resolve this list, and is now in a spot where he has to aggressively beat this deck effectively here. He knows that, and the actual hand isn't awful, but the way of making this matchup much easier is not available. So we do have an uphill battle ahead.
And that's, because we were talking about this deck quite a lot before when we were prepping, and the Skellige deck is just the one that probably makes the least sense for me. I know you say it's very mid-range and it can do a lot, but somehow that the inner consistency for me is lacking in the sense that the cards together don't work for me.
I mean, I like the Beasts and the Rain combined. I can see the strategy, and I think one of the things that can't be underestimated in terms of this set of lineups from the players, Gwent has a pretty diverse set of options, deck lists, and game strategies now. So while Ladder might have a perceived agreement that these are the best lists, a Conquest lineup is very different, because some of you might target wide, some of you might target a specific list, some of you might go mid-range, some of you might think control is the way. And all of you could be right, but it depends on your path and the players you face, because of the inherent balance of that CCG triangle that's actually working pretty well right now.
Yeah, and I know that. It's just then, compared to some of the other decks, this is very new. You can't see it on Ladder, you don't really see it performing.
I know what you mean, yeah.
You know?
It's worse on Ladder as well for me,
Yes.
because it is coin dependent. It definitely needs red, so
We'll see.
in that sense I agree.
We obviously see so far Puzzle managed to make more points than InNomine.
By quite some distance.
But at the same time, InNomine really is saying, well, I'll have all the points later.
Yeah. InNomine not too worried as it stands here, to be honest. And you can see that's a perfect moment for that buff.
Yeah.
Keeping the reach for the removal
Just
out without more leader charges than you'd want. Knowing that getting damage is always going to be inherently difficult because of the boosted cards in the deck. Something you absolutely need, because this isn't a great matchup for Puzzle if they aren't in control of the round. That was really, really nicely done. Don't love the rain on the front row, but he needs it to thin here. Is he going to kill?
that makes sense.
Because now he's just opened up a self-revenant ping, effectively. I understand it. I understand why he's trying to thin the fish to really give the reach.
Yeah. But equally, InNomine is now not in the reach, right? That's just...
Yeah, but InNomine can do this in a single card still. Not now, but InNomine doesn't really mind that. As we get the pass, Puzzle says, right, and he has to pass here because of the rain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Another great pass. The maths here is going to be interesting because technically he's on 40, Puzzle is only on 19. So he needs to make up the difference of 21 points, so 22. Ansace makes just 21 with an extra ping. So if he plays Ansace front row, he has enough if he duels the 9.
Yeah, okay.
And uses the single ping, if I've counted right. But that puts him two cards down.
2 cards down, exactly. Then you're 2 cards down. And but is it better to lose the round or be 2 cards down?
No, he absolutely has to win the round here.
Yeah.
It's the end of the game if he loses the round. The question is, I can't remember if this is the list of puzzles that runs Curse of Corruption. Because one of Puzzle's lists does.
Yeah.
That's not what I thought I would see there. Why is he back rowed that?
What are we doing? Are we going 3 cards down? Well, we are now.
Wait. Now, that's a choice.
The man was too stunned to steer, you know.
Okay, so obviously he's got himself all of the carryover as well there. Is he going for... He could potentially be going for a 2-0 here.
Wow.
I don't know if that's the line, but it's a line. It can't be the list that runs Curse of Corruption then, because if it does, that's an absolutely crazy decision. So it can't be that list.
Yeah.
That hand's terrible.
That hand's not it. Yeah, you're correct. Ooh, so...
And he has to play.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, it doesn't really matter what he grabs because his leader ability is pick your cards. For a nominee here at 2-0 up, he can take these risks. The problem is, and we'll have to check if that's what Puzzle's running. We don't have access to the deck or the graveyard, of course.
I'll check.
Yeah, if you can, yeah. Because...
I will check.
Wow. Is he going to go for the Kimbolt here? He is going to go for Kimbolt. That is huge.
Puzzle is playing the Skellige.
Yeah, Puzzle's playing Skellige. I'm just double checking because we don't have the list in front of us.
It doesn't have Curse
Okay,
of
then
Corruption.
it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the point gap that he needs to make up here, and Kimbolt is
insane.
Yeah, the old Kimbo slice here, Raven Kimbolt, is going to make things difficult. It has to be dealt with. I think you just lock it in reality because we've seen the pellet go.
You have to, yeah. But
I think Puzzle can still do okay, right?
We'll see. Okay, well.
Yeah, I think if you're Puzzle.Express, you have to answer that right now, and it's slow. But you have to do it. And if I were Puzzle, I would probably full lead it into Champion's Charge and kill it.
You
honestly.
Could? Yeah.
Because there aren't too many ways. It's awkward for the Sove.
Well, this all feels very awkward because this is the first time they slow down, you know?
Yes.
And instead...
Okay, Puzzle decides he's just going to take his time and go for value here. All right. That's a choice.
That is definitely a choice. And
now...
Oh, wow.
That is the pull of dreams.
Because that also came from Temple.
Yeah,
the defenders just... Wow. So Puzzle.Express could not have known the defenders there.
No, he does now because the Temple shows you, thankfully.
Yeah. Okay.
Thankfully, that's the case. And the Champion's Charge is still there, but... having to use it on Defender is not the dream here.
But we still have the lock, but that's gonna be useless now, basically.
Yeah, and he front rows that, clicks to use it, brings out Redea on deploy. This is a lot of points here.
Yes.
And he takes the pass knowing he's got 2 leaders with
just in case,
yeah, and a buffed Priestess as well. Wow. That is a lot of points. 1 fish should jump out right now as well. He can Sove for a ton, but he has to Sove now because otherwise he's going to lose.
Yeah.
He can bring the 6 though.
He can bring the 6,
extra
which
damage?
Makes sense. I can't see now, and well, there's some rain and there.
Oh yeah, he does. He's got the bird. He has to take the risk. Has to take the risk.
Okay, so it's gonna be that.
So bird pings it.
Kills it. So
it doesn't kill it. It only does 1 damage.
Yeah,
he needs the rain to hit it. He needs the rain to hit it.
Oh my. But Corruptive Harmonica is
and it does!
more points and so takes it through. Wow. That was a...
Oh, that's huge. He has to play it.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, no, he doesn't have to play it.
He didn't have to play it.
Why has he played it?
Wait. He was already ahead by 2 points. Nothing was ticking. There were no engines.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Okay.
The cast.
Unless I missed something
no,
there.
I don't think we missed. They were scared of something.
Oh, the fish was jumping back.
The fish was jumping
back. I think. I think the fish was going to jump back at the pass.
Don't know.
That's why the fish was going to jump back on the pass. That's actually really, really great from Puzzle, and he's now drawn well enough that he is actually going to win from this spot, which is we'll see.
We'll see.
But because obviously you look at InNomine's hand and think, wow, that's terrible, but he has access to whatever's most boosted. Puzzle played an absolute blind there.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so we're just seeing...
And Bearification is another 10 points here.
A lot of points there, yeah, but...
Yeah. The Traveling Priestess could be points. She's going to come and go, firstly, and then come back again.
And she's traveling quite a lot.
She's on her travels, you know. She's on the way, is what I'm saying.
She's quite consistent with her name.
She's doing a good job on that.
And nothing is boosted. Erlen took everything.
Took everything, so she has no zeal now. But the removal of her isn't going to be sufficient as Bearification plays for 26. How many charges did she come up with?
We don't know.
6, and it's going to be 2, 1. Amazing puzzle.
Wow. That was a roller coaster.
Wasn't it just? Puzzle.Express.
I feel like, you know, I'm getting motion sickness just from watching this. Wow.
That was phenomenal.
We broke the curse of 3 zeros.
Yes, it is now 2-1, and Puzzle potentially beginning that reverse sweep. Played that so well. It might have looked weird, the play down try for a 3-card down push, but that is the right line from the NR player there to say, I'm going to outpoint you because you can't touch this. It was the right line from InNomine. Puzzle masterful there. A lot of us would have got distracted in that final moment, not played their last card, forgot about the fish. Puzzle didn't do that, and is still in this series.
Wow. But that is why we're here, because this is peak Gwent.
It is
This is the best Gwent that we realistically ever gonna see, let's be honest.
It is. Masters Gwent is always phenomenal. It's the best of the best, and this is Masters 5. Wow.
Wow. Also, we spoke into existence. We have been stable.
You have to speak it into existence, you know? They are doing their best to make this as quick as possible as well. They are not messing around.
Let's go.
We're getting ready for game number 4 now. The coins flip back again, so Puzzle now going on to blue coin. InNomine on red coin with this list. This will be the one where InNomine feels most comfortable with this list, I think.
Yep.
So this is the one where Puzzle has to get the victory. He will be weighing up which of his 2 choices are his strongest from blue. Inevitably, and I completely agree, it is this Nilfgaard list here. His Nilfgaard list is powerful for this matchup. Mostly because, oh boy, there she is.
And drops will be available for the next weekend of Masters check.
Yeah, but this is going to be really curious because Nilfgaard is about to get a temple. A Nilfgaard temple is even scarier than Northern Realms temple.
Oh no.
Because there is...
no.
This is a matchup of chaos. And not the best hand for InNomine right now. Although he does have... Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Radovid is in hand, but neither of the locations he's looking for are.
Yep.
Traherne as well. And...
Belly called it.
Oh, I hate everything about it. Oh my god, if you're InNomine, you can just leave.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. 2-2 it is.
Well, let's not jump ahead with ourselves, shall we?
Right now, InNomine just taking a breather.
InNomine is just like, well...
And it's not... Here's the thing. This is not just Traherne getting rid of it. Because Angluem's about to play one for Nilfgaard.
True.
So it's actually going to be, not only do you not have it, but I now do have it.
Yeah, true.
That is wild. That is absolutely wild. Traherne has just milled the temple. Turn 1. Puzzle.Express right now will be absolutely delighted. InNomine going to have to readdress.
Well,
it is still winnable.
You know, I can already hear the clicking. Nilfgaard.
That's me. And of course, as predicted, oh my word, look at the choices for Nilfgaard here. Rubbing salt into the wounds.
Every second, with every
Oh,
click.
God,
Oh my god, it could have been 2 whippers. I'm sure that wasn't it, but that would have been funny. It ends up being...
They've clicked the Northern Realms player. And what did we go for?
Oh, we can't see.
Wait, why does it keep showing that? Oh, because the player's deciding. Muta generator drops down.
Well.
Wow.
It is what it is. Are we gonna see what got chosen?
We are now gonna see.
Jean, Vivienne, and Leto got chosen.
Wow, yeah, Jean is in there, yeah, of course. Admiral Ron Pally, the legend that is Jean.
I just know it as Jean.
I know it as well, yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Wow, now here's the thing. InNomine isn't dead in the water here by any means, albeit that's a huge power play taken. Yep. They'll be very grateful that this has happened while they're on red coin. And the heat wave to get rid of the mutagenerator kind of really hammers the point I was about to make away, because I was going to say they can still play their game plan typically and build up that carryover.
I'm not sure what the game plan is now, man.
The game plan is exactly the same. It's build the carryover, focus perhaps on the priestess instead.
Yeah.
You could get super cheeky here and try and flip a card from Nilfgaard yourself, of course, as well, with that Fiery Merchant as well. That is an option.
Little cheeky player, okay, we could see that maybe.
It is, if nothing else, it is definitely cheeky. It is an option. On blue, Puzzle will just be delighted right now. Puzzle is going to be so excited. Takes the pass because they don't need to be here right now. He knows losing on even is how he loses this game.
Yeah, makes sense.
Smart pass from Puzzle. Not trying to double down on a victory and going too far. Does really well with that.
What are we saying from InNomine?
I like the iris, yeah. Perfect. Gets that bit of carryover.
I don't recall.
This... Just getting my breath back.
Yeah, I'm just like...
We get the good series, you know? This is going to be... No, we're not going for these 3 zeros. And as you can see, the score is on screen right now. InNomine 2, Puzzle.Express 1.
And there was a rune mage in this deck. We just never seen it last game.
The NR player had a rune mage last game.
Yeah.
NR did, yes. NR did.
Let's see.
Merchant goes. Priestess comes and goes, I would wager, yeah.
Yeah. Just never stays.
Yeah, she's just, you know,
she's not that kind of
she's
person.
Traveling.
I get it, yeah. She's all around the world.
And trying to develop some carryover here, Puzzle doesn't actually have much in the way of direct useful removal here. Vilgefort is definitely an option, but actually not the most.
Which slowly,
Can he create an
Anya?
Oh Lord, Nilfgaard doing Nilfgaard stuff. Instead takes the damage because it's the smart play, doesn't have any orders, but...
Yeah, but it just... Nilfgaard...
Yeah. As you can see a decent chunk of hand buff though.
Okay, some of it, yeah.
Yeah, I would be putting it all on Ansays to still give you that removal personally. That's what I would be doing. And obviously while this is going on, remember we are casting this series here, but from 6...
Yeah. From 6, we're gonna be casting from the exact same room, but on my channel.
Yes.
So you guys are more than welcome to join us there. And of course, there are other series happening as well. So if we end up earlier, we'll see what happens when. But there is plenty of Gwent happening all weekend. So make sure, by the way, just make sure you have 2 tabs open, 2 screens, your phone and your laptop. Everybody should be watching both series. All of it. Okay?
All the Gwent. All the Gwent. As now, the engines start to drop down for Puzzle. This leader ability opening up the flanking nicely, giving it that little bit of extra protection, as InNomine, having won round 1, seeks to perhaps try and press, even though they've lost everything they're looking for in this sense. As of yet, we don't know where that boost is going.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Yeah, and Puzzle hasn't chosen to click the temple to bring anything into hand either at this stage. It would still boost. Doesn't want to use it right now. Keeping their options open, isn't too worried about the additional boost from it as it stands. Instead, is just kind of trading at the moment. Doesn't want to lock themselves in because Nilfgaard doesn't tutor everything it wants well. So it's currently just keeping the options open, as it were. Decent amount of play, like tempo there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That Rad.
I'm just looking at InNomine. How
it's got to be Radovid
much
now,
deeper do they want to go into the round? You know.
InNomine will go as far into this round as they can get away with here. Radovid, at the moment, it has guaranteed zeal from this. Gets those leader abilities, and that's crucial for them here. Because they're not necessarily getting their card back, but... I think, is this a temple click here? I think
so.
If there's a temple click, you're always grabbing the leader ability, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my.
No, it's not the leader. This is not
it's-
Henrietta. It's the provision
Yeah, it's the provision lady. You see, I always get her mixed up. She's
blonde and in yellow dress. To your defense.
She's Nilfgaard, you know. Now, does she boost herself by or set to? It must be
set
boost. Because if it's set to, then this is terrible.
No, it sets the other card to the provision cost, right?
Oh, true. It's not herself now. Yeah. So in that case, it'll be.
It's the other one that does it.
I'm thinking of Vivbird. This is the problem, you see. There's so much set by and provisions to, as we see. The Rune Mage come down. Makes sense.
Look, that's why I'm
Yeah, it's fine.
I play a lot of Nilfgaard, surprisingly.
You do, actually. You do. That's fair. I've not too much in the Golden Sun myself, you know?
Yeah, I like to... oh no, I'm moving the mouse so I can see on the thing, but
not that one,
never
yes.
mind.
So, as it stands, Northern Realms is being Nilfgaard, and Nilfgaard is being Northern Realms, and it's a whole event that's
And
happening
everybody
here.
seems to be having fun, though. It's like a good game so far, apart from
I was
InNominate.
gonna say, everybody's having fun. InNominate is not having fun here. This is literally...
Okay, we are having fun.
Bad things come in 3s, and for InNominate, they came in 9s in this series. 2-0 up. Worst case scenario, but is not going away yet. Is putting themselves in a spot where they're going, can I get the win here?
Okay, what is Shoop gonna do?
Whatever Shoot wants. Potentially the carryover
Potentially,
could.
yes, but this Shoop really gives you all the options because Rune Mage was played.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, what is the best option for InNominate? Could be the Resilient here,
Lovely.
or are you just keeping Shoop for later?
You might have to keep Shoot for later here if you're a nominee. You're still 20 plus points down going into engines with half an engine on the board your side, really, which doesn't... It's not going to cut it.
No, half an engine to your name and a Shoop's not great.
Yeah, I mean, the Shoop steal on an 11, game changer, but that dice roll of the swap right now is a 1 in 11. I like the odds, and if InNominate pulls it off, you know what? It's legendary. It's a moment of history, but
I'm not seeing it happening.
it's more likely, it's more likely lead a charge into get rid of Pella if you are playing. I think he's just taking the time here to assess what's left in the opponent's deck to see if that he can still win. I see you've got much taller.
Yeah. For the first
I see.
time in forever, I'm the taller one.
Shoop here, and is it just going to go for the carryover?
Let's see. That's the Resilient Shoop, right?
That's Resilient Shoop, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, Shoop Resilience,
Yeah.
and he's gone with the odds right now. That it's huge. It's the instant response to the Shoop because of course it's set to provision
0.
cost,
Oh no.
and he's a token. Everything that could have hurt. I told you it didn't come in 3s. I know. Shoop is okay. He's here. We can promise that he was just warped to us.
He's here.
Okay, but that is still in reach here potentially.
Okay, I'm gonna cover Shoop's head. Alright.
Shoop didn't see it. It's okay. Shoop was chilling with Cat Hat, so don't worry. Shoop and Cat Hat were okay. Shoop was protected by it. It's fine, as we see a pretty great hand on both sides here. The Erland, not great. There's not a huge amount of carryover left for this Erland. Geralt's pretty good.
Yeah.
He will definitely find some value. But when you're playing against battle stations in a round, you already lost something. It's pretty rough. And why are these running? These are supposed to be...
Running? Who's running?
These.
Yeah.
So in between these games, we'll try and shut those off.
Yeah, they were not supposed to be here.
We've just had so
We
many
will.
resets.
Exit.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
This
see.
is... Now, again, I think the Traveling Priestess will be worth a decent amount because she can be shuffled multiple times. But I don't know if it's going to be sufficient. If I'm being honest here, I think everything has gone Puzzle's way in this series.
It really did, yeah.
So,
So we're seeing... okay, that's fine for Puzzle.
it's
just
okay.
miss.
just the sheer volume
It's
of...
just the worry that there no... I don't know how much Erland can really take. I'm not sure how
Erland's
much.
probably worth about 18 points
Okay.
still at this stage. Maybe less, actually. Depends on where the carryover was placed and how much of it's come out into the hand. Because there were, I think, 3 or 4 buffs in that round in between with Discount Yaskia, whose name I've completely forgot, but you know who I mean. Ooh, that Unsafe has been boosted pretty well. You're definitely taking that.
Returning the Pillar,
Returning the Pella, and you're probably just double shuffling the Travelling Priestess after that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the Unsafe.
Probably to kill off the...
Gets rid of the engine,
yeah. I would have been moving the other one, but makes sense, why not? Bless you.
Excuse me.
And now we're shuffling the Traveling Lady.
Yeah, she gets shuffled, and shuffled again into hand this time, I would say.
And the engine's going away.
The engine goes away, yeah.
Yep, makes sense.
Because we know, of course, the next turn has to be the Erland. They're just trying to give us a heart attack here, honestly.
Yeah, honestly. Roping and...
Here comes Erland.
Killing Shoop.
Yeah.
All of these horrible things, honestly.
And while there's nothing to lock here, locking the unit that is currently with 2 statuses is actually 1 point extra a turn for Jean. Because now it's the most...
Makes sense.
It's really going to end up being... Nilfgaard still has its full leader. There's still 8 points in that leader. Plus also the cliff.
was 18. There are 7 charges on the Priestess. That's going to be 50... 50?
Yeah. Well, 48.
Nearly, yeah. 48, okay.
This is going to be alarmingly close because it is 50 with that.
Yenmo can't steal the Erlen, obviously.
It can't steal the Erlen, but it can steal the 8.
Which is not enough, I don't think. I don't... the Nilfgaard leader points are just crazy for me, but I don't
think there's anything to pull out here.
Wait. No.
I can't believe InNomine has pulled that back.
Wow, after all that happened, InNomine is through.
Well, not through, to clarify.
2 winners.
InNomine wins that series 3-1.
That was instant mill karma.
Wow, honestly, everything went right for Nilfgaard there, and still that NR list played out.
That's insane.
That is absolutely mad, and that is now 3-1. That means, and in fact, let's quickly show you the infographic so we can explain exactly what that means to you before we get into any detail. So, imagine we just watch game 1.
Yeah, I can take people through it, and you maybe look at the ads.
Yeah, okay, I'll need this.
Yeah, so we just watched game 1. Let's pretend. So that was InNomine and Puzzle. InNomine is the winner there. That means they go into the top middle part, which is the advance. So if InNomine also wins that tomorrow, then they're through. The loser, in this case Puzzle.Express, goes to the loser's bracket tomorrow and will still have a chance, if they win there, to then face the loser who will InNomine face tomorrow to see if they can still advance. So it's not over for either of them.
No.
It's just InNomine is going to play just one more series. But for Puzzle, this would be winning 2 series to get through. Yeah?
Well, yes, that's right.